This show is sponsored by Card Tricks UK. Visit them on Whatnot, where you'll find daily breaks and much more. Use code SCR2025 for 50% discount off your next purchase, up to the value of £50. Chris, Casper and the team will see you there.
And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Going for gold. The heat is on. The time is right. It's time for you to play your game. 'Cause people are coming. Everyone's trying to be the best that they can when they're going for gold.
Welcome along to episode number 70 of the Squared Circle Relics Podcast. Boys, good evening to you. Did you expect we get to number 70 of the show? Did you reckon we'd ever get to this point?
Hello, evening. You're president here. I did. I thought we would get to 100. So this is no surprise.
Oh, the last bit, the last stretch, are we?
I think. No, I thought we'd get to 100, and then it would kind of like. I think that would have been our run. Where we will end up, God knows how. But I always had faith, like when we started this, that we'd hit 70, at least, like to at least to 100. But yeah, it's crazy. It's coming up to what?
Got to be 3 years, I think. Yeah, and maybe like
summer,
July,
yeah.
is it?
July,
Yeah.
Yeah.
time. Yeah, we should really know.
It was 70 shows ago. That's too long.
You know what I mean? But no, I always had faith, Jamie. I always had faith that we would put on a show for everyone. If we all if it all galvanized together, I think we had a good enough premise to get to where we are. But it has been a long road. We all know that it's been a long road.
I always find that these milestone episodes, like it does feel like such a big milestone, like the next 10 episodes. It always just feels, and they do come around quite quick, but yeah, long time going. But yeah, number 70, we're here obviously for the next few hours to run through all things wrestling card wise. So first of all, boys, how are you both doing? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all good. It was been a little bit busier than I'd like to be. It was my son's 11th birthday last weekend, so we had birthday celebrations galore, family and things like that. But I took everyone and all the kids and even the 16-year-old, like my niece and her boyfriend and stuff, to like a jungle gym, but like a proper one.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, I'll book an extra hour. So it's like you get a 1 hour standard, and I went for 2 hours. Fuck me, never again. It was so. I was 20 minutes, right? We'd been in there, and the whole party, like everyone was already back out and getting a drink because it was so hot and sweaty. And by about an hour and 45, I was nearly dead. So yeah, schoolboy error from myself there. But how about you guys? You good?
Yeah, right. I mean, we popped to Peterborough last week, and they've actually got like a VR arcade. Oh, it's like this VR arcade type place, and like everything is in VR. But you can obviously have like a party of 12 of you, and you're all in the VR doing like different stuff. And I thought that was like a crazy idea. Really, it looks really cool.
Imagine if you were in there and you're all doing stuff like different games and stuff like that, and then everyone changes to porn, just like that. And you all don't know what to do, and you're all like, "Oh, it would be amazing."
All gyrating.
I would play that prank, man. I think that would be hilarious.
That's why you're not in charge of a VR area.
Exactly. So, keep me away. I think it'd be hilarious.
Well, you, Lloydie, how you doing?
It's been a busy week of celebrity deaths.
Yeah, hasn't it? Mysterious celebrity deaths.
Yeah. So for those. I think we have covered it on the show before, but basically the reason I cover this sometimes is because my mother, the lovely Rita Lloyd, when there's a celebrity that she knows, she then sends me a text message to say that person dead, mum. And I've had this week So Roberta Flack, dead mum. Henry Kelly, dead dot mum. She put a dot in there. Henry Kelly off Going for Gold. Do you remember Going for Gold?
Mate, I wasn't even thought of at that point. I think my dad was still on his chopper when that was on telly.
Okay, so I do remember it very fondly, and it was just an afternoon quiz show where an Irish man used to say "play passes to you" quite a lot. Gene Hackman. Oh, and another one. Dead dot space mum. And then I had a back and forth with her this evening because I was like, you missed one. And she was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I had to call her in the end. And I said, what's going on with you? Because I basically told her just to look up like news from the Eggheads. Eggheads, another TV show. Another person died from a TV show.
Oh, who's died from Eggheads?
Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that. When was that today?
We should have looked at my Facebook.
That's
Keep
where I
updated.
found out.
Yeah, there you go.
I genuinely find most of my celebrity deaths through you and your mum.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, it's my mum.
quite-
I'm just.
Well, yeah, but it's them through you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't ask you, but
I'm just the conduit for my mum's insanity.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, so she, Jamie's like, I need a minute.
I'm just googling.
That's what I just did with Going for Gold. I was like, no, I don't recognise them.
So I phoned my mum and I was like, what are you doing to me? Because ultimately we're going back and forth in these texts. She's not getting what I'm talking about. So, like I said, like, look on the internet, type in Chris from Eggheads. And her reply was, yes, I see, but not on iPad. The fuck does that mean?
She's not seeing it on her iPad. It's not happening.
No, then I said, what? Type in Eggheads news. And she put no notice on this on Facebook. So I called her. So what are you doing to me? I said, look, just go to the internet and type in Eggheads news. Oh, okay, yeah. I know now. Jenny's been texting me as well. I've just had my dinner. I'm trying to watch Pointless. You're texting me. Jenny's texting me. I don't know what's going on. And so many people keep dying. I was in stitches. But I think the main one that hit hard really was that Michelle Trachtenbachtenberg. Can't say her surname, but Buffy's sister. I hate when
Yeah.
when people die who are younger than me, I always kind of go, "Oh, that's a massive shame." And that was a tough one this week. She looked like shit though. I saw a recent picture of her, and she didn't look well. She had a liver transplant or something, didn't she?
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, she didn't look well. But the Gene Hackman thing is a weird one.
This is wife.
With the wife and the dog.
Is
Yeah.
it? They're
rough.
saying, what is it? Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, was it? I
That's
had
what I've seen.
pills.
So far.
I had pills on the side, and like, I don't know. Like, it'd be weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I found it weird on BBC News. The only photo they had was them at the Golden Globes in 2003. I thought, shit, they not had a photo together for 22 years that the BBC could use.
Well, they didn't show up for like 20 years until like last year. They just randomly showed up, and
Appeared.
then, when within that space they've gone. So yeah, they were mummified. I heard that they'd gone that far. So bit weird one.
I will. You've missed the biggest one of the week, though. Boris Spassky, 88 years old Russian chess grandmaster, world champ from 1969 to 1972, who also died today as well. So
There you go.
a big loss for the world of chess grandmasters.
Okay. But to be honest, though, it's a lot of death. But light-hearted as much as we can.
On topic, as always.
Try to keep it light-hearted.
So one segue to another. What have we been watching? Other than the news.
Text messages from my mother. I haven't watched any, like, other than, like, it wasn't this week, it was last week, wasn't it? It was last week, the whole Rock, I Want Your Soul thing.
No, that was this week, wasn't it?
Is it this week?
Was it not? Wait.
That was last week's SmackDown. Yeah, that was last Friday.
Yeah. So I watched that segment and I thought it was really strange. It just didn't really seem to go anywhere that I was thinking it was going to go. But corporate rock, I don't know.
I'm calling it as corporate punk. I reckon it's going to be corporate punk at some point. I reckon it'll be the Rock Special Soul Boy.
Special Soul Boy.
Yeah, it'll win the
Soul.
chamber, beat Cody at Mania, and be the Rock's corporate champ that he wants.
There you go. There's a prediction for you.
Yeah,
I can't actually predict the chamber. If you guys want to do it later on, feel free. But I can't really predict what's going to happen in the chamber. Every time I predict recently, it's gone fucking wrong.
I never get anything right. I never.
Well, the thing is, which is good, because at least it's not... I know it's predetermined, but... Spoilers. But ultimately, it's good when you don't actually know what's going to happen, because...
Oh, yeah.
It makes it more entertaining. And they could go down so many different avenues right now. Interesting. I find it interesting, anyway.
I do too. I mean, that's the whole... it's quite good to get your answers right sometimes, but there's just that element of not knowing is what you want, really, isn't it? That's why we're watching it, for the twists and turns and not knowing. So,
which is very far and few between in the last 40, 50 years of you know what I mean. It's been very plain Jane sailing with their storylines. That's why I always like the Mania I went to with the Rock scene at 28, even though it was in Miami. You just didn't know who was going to win that match. And I was just like, well, they could go either way with this, because the WWE love making the hometown person lose as well, don't they? So I was just kind of like, but that's what attracted me to go into that WrestleMania. So yeah, keep more of that. It does feel a bit just confused though at the minute. Are you not finding that with it, like with this kind of storyline? It's like there's a difference between you don't know where it's going and it's exciting, but the storylines just seem a bit batshit crazy at the minute.
Or they don't know where they're going.
Yeah,
well,
that's how
it's
it
just that
comes
we're
across,
so
isn't it?
close to Mania. You know what I mean? Like, if we're so close to Mania and there's no clear path,
Something's got to happen at Elimination Chamber, basically.
Yeah.
Something big's got to happen, or some kind of pivot in a storyline, or something like that. Guy.
Yeah. I just don't know what it's going to be.
There's so many different options, but it's only this weekend. It seems to be like mad that it's like the 1st of March already this weekend, you know? But yeah, it should be a good show. But yeah, other than that, have you guys been watching any of the Raws or SmackDowns? Or I know NXT, we've been trying to follow that a bit more.
I did watch the main event of Vengeance, finally. I actually watched it like the day after we did the episode. I watched it with my two boys, and let's just say one of them was very invested in that 4-way women's match. Yep. And the other one, now, I'm going to say this, and I hope I don't get cancelled, but my youngest, he's 3, and he's trying to learn, he's trying to learn who they are and blah, blah, blah. He's really into the song Gangnam Style from about 10, 15 years ago, whatever that was.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah,
Up.
he couldn't get Julia, and he ended up just referring to her as Gangnam Style the whole time.
No,
so I was like, that's a cool name.
It's a nickname.
Obviously, he doesn't mean it in any kind of way, but I just thought it was funny.
That is funny.
So, new name from me, Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. Bless. Kids are funny, man. The stuff they come out with is hilarious. The thing is, they don't mean generally any ill will.
No,
of
God,
course
no,
You know
no,
what
no,
I mean?
no.
So it's... Although, I've realised that Stanley likes to take the piss now. Like, the other day, he was going into nursery. He didn't want to go. I don't want to go to nursery. I said, look, take these Peppa Pig stickers in with you and you can give them out to people.
Oh, good idea.
And there's like one kid in the class that's a bit of a menace. And I said, well, give him the spoon. Because there's a little sticker of a spoon. And he goes, yeah, I'm going to give him the spoon. So, yeah, he does like taking a piss, I think. So, yeah, good times. Yeah. Anyway.
Learning from the best, already.
I didn't troll that hard. I trolled Danny the other day. I thought that was quite funny. With the 50,000 on the
the 101.
the Dolph. Yeah. That was the best troll I've done in ages, to be honest.
Small change for him.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't covered that yet. We need to. We'll mention it in
the card news.
In the card news at some point, I'm sure.
So let's dive into card news then. While we're on top of it, and let's start with that. So obviously we've been talking about Chrome for the last few weeks. If you didn't see it, if you didn't listen to it, we've done our big Chrome breakdown last week, which is now available. So have a look in the feed just below this episode. We go into all the inserts, the chases, the autos, and kind of give an honest review on that. So do check that out. But lots of obviously things are still being broken and things like that. And obviously the big news we saw, the 101 final boss rock was pulled by Danny over at CFP. So it's been making lots of news. He's been on the major pod and been involved with lots of different stuff with it. Boys, the 101, the big hit. Is that really now it for Chrome? Are we ready to move on to something else now we've seen the 101 land?
Well, even that, like, still, it still wasn't the big chase 101, theoretically. It was the base 101 is still the big chase, and that's still not been hit, though, has it?
No, but it's not cost him 101 either.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't actually seen...
I've seen some IVs, I think.
Yeah, I've seen there was a German guy that pulled the other
one, yeah.
With the Intercontinental belt, the other 101. And that was funny. It was funny to see a German guy go mental about cards. I loved it.
Yeah, I was
so invested in it.
Well animated.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, well done to Danny. Well done for him making the sale, getting the price that he wanted. It's noted as like the third biggest wrestling trading card sale
of all time,
which is known. I still think there's probably like loads of card sales that have happened that we don't know about that are not public knowledge, but public knowledge wise, it's the third one. So good on him, and I hope he invests wisely. From all of us here at the Square Circle Relics podcast, we congratulate, and we're all for people, and we've always said this, haven't we? We've always said it. Any one of us that we know, we always fully support.
Hell yeah.
Apart from Gelman. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Unnecessary.
I will say as well, like just a quick plug for CFP. Obviously, they talk about it a bit on the show this week, and Danny also done a bonus episode on their Patreon as well, talk about the reflection about.
I really liked that.
It was really good, really good. It's talking about obviously what he did, the story behind it, and kind of how he got to where he got to. So if you want to hear kind of the whole story, what happened next, then definitely check out their Patreon feed as well.
I feel like when he explains it all and everything, I feel like that's how you would feel. Do you know what I mean? And I have spoke to Danny in DMs and like congratulated him, and we were doing a deal about something else. But I said to him like the amount of shit boxes he's had. And like he has had a lot of shit boxes, like almost everyone.
Even the flawless one, he lost a lot of money on.
It was a couple of good cards in it, but yeah, it was a lot of money. I know. So yeah, I was really made up for him. I think it couldn't have happened to somebody more deserved. Do you know what I mean? Like when I've seen it firsthand that he does get shit boxes. So yeah, he was definitely due it.
Well, I'm on the other side of the fence about that. I just think the more you fucking moan it in, the more the bigger the reward at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And he's the biggest moan it inner you've ever known in your life. Poor me, and then he gets the big fish. So yeah, no, good on him though. I hope he does. I hope he does well with the money as well. Gets that house he's always been talking about. But really, on top of it, I hope he spends half of it on my Dolph card.
Well, actually, what I think one of the things he said he was going to do was try and get a lesser rock also, and that's exactly what I would do. I would put 5k or something into getting a rock auto or something.
You literally can get one for like 3.5, something like that.
They're dropping a lot of money.
Do that,
yeah, exactly. You can get it for well cheap. So I say well cheap.
Yeah,
okay.
in the grand scheme of things,
yeah.
Many camels.
Yes, many camels that we on this we can't afford to get it. So
100%. So lots of obviously Chrome stuff on that side of things. We saw a lot of WWE superstars at different LCSs over the weekend, pulling cards from lots of different Topps Chrome product. Topps Chrome appearing all over Raw, where they're now doing match cards using actual Chrome cards. But one of the big talking points is obviously at one of the LCSs, the Miz pulled the Rock out of 10 auto during the Fanatics break night in the LCS.
Rip Night, it was called. Rip Night. Rip Night.
And then went on to give it away to a person at random in the shop. So, unbelievable, really. What are you boys' thoughts on WWE really hammering it quite hard with Topps and Fanatics now? This is a total shift of what we've seen from Panini and Topps in the past. This is unbelievable, really.
I mean, I didn't pay much attention to... I mean, Chris and Jamie, you've both kind of alluded to the fact that it looked quite staged and a bit...
I'm just a conspiracy theorist about everything. I don't believe anything is real. I don't even let's not go there. No, I don't genuinely believe that it was a planted box or anything. I just like to allow myself to believe.
To be honest, my eyes rolled a little bit like, oh, here we go. When I read what you two were saying. However, when I watched it back, and it's the look that the woman who's on the right side of him and the guys on the left side give each other. Okay. It's like they know. You know, when like, you know kind of thing. And it's the way that she was acting. I was just like, it doesn't seem real. And I didn't obviously notice it when I first watched it, like of the day of that happening and stuff. And it was only until I watched it back. Because The Miz is just The Miz going, uh-oh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't... If it is a conspiracy, he don't know. But it was just the way that they two acted. Maybe it's a cultural thing, but you wouldn't see any of us three doing that kind of shit. So I was just a bit like, yeah.
And it's just all a little bit kabuki-ish in, like, Michael Cole pulling the CM Punk. And I get that it could have been... Do you know what I mean? You're really clutching at straws, kind of trying to argue it. It's just all a little bit. There's been one-on-ones pulled and stuff, hasn't there? So
I always find it strange where you're doing a promotion thing and then there's big cards behind the promotion. I just find it... I know it's probably the luck of the draw, but it's amazing how often it happens rather than not. But I mean, it all just makes a good viral moment, doesn't it? You know? So... Yeah.
Oh, it just smelled whiffy after watching it back about 5 times. After you said something, I was just like, "Oh my god, that's so like people don't act like that generally."
No.
But I don't know. Anyway,
I can imagine you being there, like Bart watching Ralph Wiggum's heartbreak, like you're watching Miz's reaction as he opens up the Rock out of 10.
Well, that's the thing. I kind of feel sorry for everyone in the hobby because when stuff like this happens, it's just like everyone who doesn't have that money that the Miz has, right? And or lack of interest probably he has in the hobby. And then
it's like a wasted pool.
It just feels like what are you doing in the hobby? What are you doing in the community? If like someone random like that is just gonna like pull a card that you have pulled nowhere near before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've spent hundreds and thousands of pounds, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds and thousands of pounds trying to get anything near that, and then some jabron comes up and just that kind of pisses me off a bit. But hey, it happened. Good moment for Topps, right?
Yeah. And the person in
great
the
promotion, and then WWE's part. It is good to see them actually promoting cards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you never saw that with Panini, so
never.
Very cool.
So Topps Chrome. So that's kind of the normal product side of things a minute. So we're kind of on the tail end of actual Chrome, but we have got Sapphire Chrome on. Oh, Chris.
Oh, I just wanted to ask you because when we did the Topps Chrome bonus episode, you kind of gave Topps Chrome a lowish rating. Or lower end. Now that you've opened it yourself, you've opened it personal, has that changed at all? Do you a little bit?
A little bit. I'm probably a little bit higher. I do like the finish on them, and I did enjoy the rip, and it was quite nice doing the rip. I still think I'm only going to be about 6.5 to 7. I don't think I'm going to be totally much higher than that. But I think you boys are not that far off either, were you? So
Yeah.
but I was happy with like my numbers and stuff that I got. I thought they would look really nice, and some of the finishes are really nice. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So on the kind of Chrome side of things, so we have got Sapphire due at the end of March. So this is their more high-end Topps Chrome product. So different parallels and different kind of finishes on stuff. I don't think we've got any prices. I did have a look before you come in there. There's no final prices on it as of yet. But again, this is going to be more top end. But if you do want to have a bit of a deep dive, you can have a look at that. Are you boys going to be interested in picking up any singles from this or anything at all? Or are you just going to kind of see what's about?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my favourite product
really
that they do.
nice,
I think, to be honest. So
I mean,
all the base cards are blue, like crystal, like
cracked ice.
Cracked ice, aren't they?
Yeah.
cracked ice. Yeah, so they're all blue, and then you have different coloured numbered versions all the way down to one of ones, which they call something weird. Anyway, I love it. I think it's great. I'm all in. Probably more. I want to get a box, but
I was
we'll see.
going to say, it kind of depends whether we can get it on Topps, like on the actual website. If we can, then yeah, maybe grab a box. But resale, I think, is going to go nuts on this. I will just say, I tried to get on Topps' website recently, the X-Men Finest, and that went the same as WWE within a minute. I was literally on the last bit of the checkout, sold out.
Gone.
So yeah, you got to be quick.
So yeah, I mean, we'll probably have some news hopefully for next time round, because we'll only be a couple of weeks away from release. So watch this space and we'll keep updated as soon as we can. When it does come to Topps as well, of course, Topps now is still running wild. Lots of stuff coming through. Mentioned last time round, obviously some of the stuff from NXT on the bonus show that we dropped last week. But we have had a new card drop this week. No auto chances with this, but you have got the chance of picking up a Raquel and Liv winning the tag belts from Raw this week. Features a bit of Dom Mysterio on there as well. And again, you've got the usual parallels, the 99s, the 50s, the 1s and things like that. So if you want to pick that one up, that's available until the end of next week, I believe it is. So yeah, grab that one if you're a Raquel or a Liv collector. But other than that, no more Topps Now stuff. Just look out for Elimination Chamber stuff next week. So that's it on the top side of things. Boys, you got anything else to add to Topps, or should we go through to AEW? No. Cool. No. AEW. So we're rolling through AEW. Obviously, normal product. We haven't got anything further. We did drop at the end of last week our Allure review show, going back and looking through the set itself, and also done an honest review of what we thought about Allure. So do check that out in the feed. When it comes to other product, nothing else out as of yet, but we have got some more match day moments in the new format. So this is all around Grand Slam. Same concept as the last ones that come through. So this looks like it's going to be the way forward. So you'll get your base and then the chance of some parallels. So your 4 base, you had Will Ospreay, Mercedes Moné, Okada and Mox. You had the blue cope, which is the new silvers. And then you had a gold, of course, timeless Tony Storm.
Blue.
So yes. Blue cope.
I was horrified, absolutely horrified. Did we go in for any?
Yes,
I have not.
I did. You did as well, didn't you, Dave?
I did.
You did. I didn't do as well as you did. I bought 2 packs and got a green to 50 Okada and then a blue cope.
Blue cope.
I bought 1 pack. So I did it. So my thing now these days is I kind of let everything happen, and then the next morning when I'm making the cups of tea and coffee, that's when I'll buy a pack. And I always seem to do better doing it that way for some reason. So I hit the red to 10 Osprey Omega. And then I traded it. So someone came to me with a trade offer, and I revised, and I got the red Okada to 10 and the Tony Storm for it, the gold Tony Storm. Which to be honest, I just wanted the gold. Yeah. I wanted the gold Tony Storm, right? Mm. So basically, I got it for free. So I'm pretty happy because I wanted the Okada as well, right? Because I much prefer Okada than anyone else on the roster, really. So, Yeah, that was a good result. Really, good times.
I thought
I was debating though whether or not to get it, and I just thought, go on then. Yeah.
Well, it's my payday today, and you boys have now made me want to go and buy a
you
pack
getting
just
one?
for the sake of it. So I'm just going to buy it a live.
I want to
brick
get
here.
one. I'll get one as well.
Why
did they
I think 3 of the 101s have been pulled. Not to dampen.
just shot on our parade?
spirits.
Yeah. I don't care. I want the gold Tony Storm. So,
Yeah.
why did they do Mercedes and not Harley Cameron? Like, it's the Grand
the Aussie.
Slam Australian. They would have probably sold so much more if they'd have done that. It really, makes no sense.
I think the Mercedes hasn't been pulled. I think. Fuck it. If you guys do one, I'll do one. But if I get a cope, I'm going to be fucking fuming.
Well,
I
you
think
might
I'm
be
going to get a cope.
You might be fuming with me anyway. So let's you do boys do your rip, and I'll let you know what I got.
Did you get
I will
one?
say I didn't get one of one, but I will say that obviously this is still to 800 packs, and again these aren't selling that quickly by the looks of it. So if you do want
Did
to
you get 101, Jamie?
I did get one of one, but
101. He's got to
no,
10.
no, I didn't.
Did you get to 10?
I got a to 10 Okada.
Oh,
mate,
you got
well
the same as
done.
me.
Yeah,
You have
There you go.
2 of the 10.
2 of the 10s.
Yeah.
Let's
There you
do
go.
this. I'm not doing very well.
I tell you, if you don't want that, Jamie, go and knock on Johnny Tancredi's door.
Okay.
He PCs Okada.
Okay. I'll bear it in mind. Johnny, if you're listening, reach out to me and we'll see what we can do. But what about you boys?
Well, the thing is, you're right. He is always listening, generally, but he will never get in contact with you. I'm still trying to get through the thing.
Same, yeah. I'm just trying to quickly.
Just open it now. Dead air. Dead
Okay.
air.
I'll tread F.
One more
just
step.
in that case.
Submit.
I got a blue fucking cope. Oh, my God.
Blue cope incoming for me as well, I believe. Let's
I
see.
knew that this was going to happen.
I don't want another one.
It can stay in my fucking e-bag forever.
Ah, I got a freaking green Okada again. I could probably trade
Oh, you got
that.
two
green Okadas.
green Okadas.
Yeah.
That's mad.
God.
Boom.
Yeah.
Anyway, there
nice.
you go.
Well, that was a good result. So thank you, boys, for persuading me to do
it's
that.
not. It's not
It
a good
was for you,
result. No, it's
Jamie.
not a
Well
good
done.
result. Fucking blue cope. It ruined my evening. now.
Let's move on quite quickly then to what not stopping your show playback just to make things even happier. So,
Oh, yeah.
so Whatnot have changed their terms. So if you've missed the news this week, just give a quick rundown. So Whatnot now only allow you to watch replays if you've actually been a buyer during the break. So if you're a visitor and don't buy nothing, you can't catch the replay. So this is a change in kind of their process. Just some quick thoughts for you boys, really. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? And I mean, does it really matter to you? Most of the time, you're only really watching breaks back that you've bought in anyway, haven't you? So
I thought that was already the case in the UK. I thought that you could only watch breaks that you had bought into. I thought this happened 6 months, a year ago. Did it not?
No, so Chris has always done it that way.
Oh, that's why I think I only really break with Chris, so I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know.
So, which is sensible, but it's I really think what they've done is that what they've tried to do is to show the part, not the whole thing, but show the part that you've bought into, but it doesn't work because anyway, anytime I've gone on to it, even not Card Tricks related, someone else related, DGen,
yeah.
you know, for football
paddy.
cards, a big paddy. I've gone on his to double check this as well. Error.
Failed. Yeah, I still like it.
Failed.
Yeah.
Error.
So
So some people have said it does work. I have
yeah,
not had an
same.
experience of it working at all yet on any platform, any functionality across any shows at the minute. I mean, let's take this back to why this is a thing. So we haven't mentioned it on the show before, and I think ultimately it is quite a tough topic for us because we're obviously got a sponsor who is on Whatnot, and he does an amazing. He and his team, Chris and the team at Cartrix, do an amazing job on Whatnot. It is the most entertaining, light-hearted, humorous show you'll ever watch on Whatnot. 100%. But there are some darker elements on Whatnot sometimes, where certain people, breakers, over the pond. It just takes one to make a very stupid, very horrible. It wasn't even a comment; it was a slew of comments that drag their channel and Whatnot into the mire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people wanted a certain, like this backyard breaks, right? They wanted them off the channel. They want to stop going to card shows in America that they're invited to. They wanted them to be punished, basically. And no punishment really has seemed to have happened or be fitting. Yeah. So it's left a really sour taste in everyone's mouth. And then the news then gets announced that this is happening. So they're getting rid, basically, or limiting video replays for Whatnot. And it just, to a lot of people, regardless of why they've done it, it just, for a lot of people, feels like appeasement to backyard. Right? Backyard rips, backyard breaks. I can't remember their name.
Backyard bozos. Oh.
Backyard bozo, yeah. But it just seems like appeasement in order...
Protection. It feels like they're being protected. Yeah. That's what it feels like.
So, like, in the future, basically, people won't, like, use Whatnot to report on bad stuff that's happening on their channel, basically, or their channels.
Yeah, I mean,
so
if they have, say, just for argument's sake, 200 people buy into a break, they've only got to worry about those 200 people rather than the whole fucking
everyone
community.
Coming in for
so exactly, and there's no evidence.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So the problem is that with the behavioural aspects of it, it feels like instead of punishing bad behaviour, it's now promoting future bad behaviour on a platform that is not seen to have dealt with the situation well, because obviously Backyard are a big deal within the platform. So, I mean, for me, I'm not gonna, without putting the press hat on and stuff like that, it is what it is. It's done. I think people generally even before they did this change, it was a shit situation to be in, and it just feels like it's been made worse since they've done this change. I don't think they seem to want to repeal it either going forward. So it is what it is. It impacts us because a lot of people go to bed with the late night. Like they will buy spots in breaks. They will go to bed and get up early in order to watch what happened on the break basically on a fast forward. So they know what they've hit, really. Chris is doing, like, from Card Tricks, so we can tell you this, he's doing a really smart thing. They're doing recordings of the hits and publishing them onto the Instagram and stuff like that, and internally as well within
the WhatsApp community.
WhatsApp community, the Whatnot community,
the Whatnot WhatsApp.
I think some people as well are like multi-streaming as well, so they stream on YouTube as well when they're doing stuff, so it's recorded there. Yeah. So I think that's a good idea as well. But I mean, I don't see that this is going to force people to go to Fanatics Live. I think people are still going to buy from Whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's not going to make much of a difference, really. I don't think it's not a killer. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the great shake that destroys the app by any means of the imagination. But it's just disappointing. Yeah, it feels like a massive step back.
No, I agree. I think there's obviously reasons why people want to watch videos back. But I mean, if you're not necessarily a buyer and you just want to come in and just watch a stream because you've heard good things about, if someone pulls a monster card but you didn't buy that break, you want to watch that reaction video or something and you haven't got the means, like, it was always a good way to try and catch something you may have missed or you've heard about. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they might change their mind on this, but I don't think they will at this stage. This seems to be like the way forward, really. So, yeah, bit of a talking point this week is what not move forward.
The last message. Sorry, just the last message on it, and this did get a message on CFP this week. And thank you for Johnny for saying that.
But I would agree, Dave. Out of a lot of the comments on that post, yours was the one that I kind of thought, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, yeah, that makes sense.
So, thank you, mate. So basically, the message is just break responsibly, but like break with who you really know, trust, and it's basically want to do business with. You know what I mean? It's you trust them to give them your money and ultimately them do right by you.
Yeah.
The people who are on Whatnot now, there's a whole load of us, which we kind of all know, right? We've all been there for a long time now. Chris is one of them. Medina's one of them. There's numerous ones that we can say. If you ever need help, we're always here to guide you in the way. Of course, we'll always be there to help you guys through anything on Whatnot. If you like any questions that you have, feel free to reach out to us and we'll guide you the way. It's you know what I mean. It's I want it to be a positive place for the community to go to. I think we all do. Chris, especially from Card Tricks. We want it to be a place where everyone can go and just basically have fun and, do what you want to do in the community. And that's like see product ripped and be a part of the breaks. If that's what you want to do, that's cool, man.
Yeah. And it's
or buy a shitload of merch. But yeah, just be mindful and that there is a lot of shady people on Whatnot, but there are a lot of good people as well.
100%. So yeah, no, just wanted to obviously mention that there's obviously been in the news quite a lot this week, and just one final piece of news obviously wanted to just run through again. So at the end of last week's episode, we obviously done our big giveaway that we've done for the replica belt. Scott has been in touch to claim his prize. It's on his way to him. So again, well done for Scott. And I think he was over the moon. I think to hear his name called out. So yeah, really good.
And he should be getting that in hand tomorrow. So there you go.
Happy days. So yeah. So Scott, if you're listening, we want a picture of you holding your belt up.
yeah.
And I will, like, he reached out to me going, holy shit, man, thank you very much, and stuff like that. And again, I will say it's a lot of love for Card Tricks this episode. Of course, it always is. But I would like to mention that, like, he's thanked, obviously, us three. But, like, the reply I gave him was basically, like, you don't need to thank us. We just facilitated it, and it's Chris, Casper, the co at Card Tricks that, really need the thanks because they make that happen. You know what I mean? So again, we're just the conduit, like my mother sending out celebrity death texts. We're just the conduit to send out the message, guys. So there you go.
Boom. So yeah, so that's it pretty much for card news this time around. So again, we'll bring you latest next time around, and we'll now move through to our regularly scheduled features. So we'll start things off as we always do in the Colonel's Corner.
Colonel's Corner.
So here we are. So again, Colonel's Corner, we're kind of a little bit back on track with Colonel's Corner. Laptop wise, I've got a new laptop as we mentioned last time round, so that's all good, which does mean that I can now get back onto doing some design work on our next set of Square Circle Relics cards. I've got a few designs done. We've got a little special thing that we're going to be putting is in a bit of a redemption as such. We'll give you a little teaser bit of redemption that we're going to have within the set, and a few other cool bits and pieces. So again, we'll be bringing you some news on that over the next few weeks and let you know what we've got available and what we're going to be doing with that. So look out for that very, very soon. Just going back to basics a little bit. Obviously, we were going through about my PC and what we've been collecting and what I've been doing. I had to get all my US stuff sent over to me. And the Leaf Heroes of Wrestling set, we are getting very close to a full set.
That's a lot there.
So
A lot of Leaf.
So I've got another 25 come through from ComC. So, I reckon by the summer I should have a complete Leaf Heroes of Wrestling auto set, which is going to be mental once I get that done.
Can you put it in one picture though? It'll have to be multiple pictures.
I don't know.
How many cards in the set?
120.
120.
It's a brave
So-
task, Jamie.
Yeah, you'll need. You'll need. I think that's a 3-picture.
It's going to be a panoramic, isn't it?
40 in each.
Yeah.
Or I'll go panoramic. Wrap it around.
Wrap the car in it. So gonna go through and just double check the checklist on there. But I think I'm not gonna say I'm very close, but I'm definitely well over halfway, if not 3/4 at this point. So, other sets that I've been working on, still working through AEW 2021, so that's still on the way. And I don't know when I'll do a Topps Chrome base set. I don't know whether or not I need to get the full hog. I've obviously got about 60 from the hobby box. So, do I do a Topps Chrome base set? We'll wait and see.
Well, you've got loads coming. Like
Okay.
after WrestleMania, you've got loads coming from me anyway. So
Would you do like just the 200, or would you do?
I was thinking about doing the pinks or something.
Yeah.
Because there's a few to start off there, isn't there? You know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think initially, like you said, that base 200, I think is probably all I will go for. I won't go anything higher. I don't think so.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much from Colonel's Corner. So we'll move through to Chris's Nook.
Cool, right. Nook time. So I won last time and I chose Beer Belly. How's the search? Have you found a drinking bud? Have you found a Beer Belly partner? Either of you? Because we needed partners. Who is your partner, Jamie?
So it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it? When we done our last episode. So I reached out.
it's your wife.
I reached out to my Valentine. My wife will be my partner. I don't know.
No way.
I don't know how this is going to go because she has no idea. I gave her a load of Beer Belly wrestlers and I said, when I'm recording the pod, have a look through and then we'll decide. Then we'll make the purchase. But I promise I will not give her any insight or anything. It was be exactly I did with Timmy, but I just wondered how we were going to go. So this might be a disaster. Or this might be golden.
Wow, you never know. Something outside the box might work.
So she got a carpet cleaner and become my tag team partner on Valentine's Day.
You know what I mean?
You know how to treat a
What a
lady,
catch,
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie, stuffing.
Oh dear, yeah.
I said on the last episode that my tag team partner will be Jamie, not the Jamie on the show, but Jamie, retrospected Jamie from
Your tag team.
the Cartrix world. My tag team partner from the Cartrix world. A very happy tag team partner. I'll get to that in a bit. We spoke, we liaised, we've selected he selected a card which was on the menu of cards basically. I've purchased, it's coming in from America.
Okay.
So I literally got it dispatched on its way today.
Should be fine.
It's taken a couple of days.
Should be okay.
So, see what happens.
Cool.
Nice.
I've asked my partner. I'm yet to hear back. I sent a really long message and then I put it at the bottom and I'm a bit like, oh, maybe they didn't read that bottom bit. But if they say
love
no,
you.
yeah, love you.
Love you.
Chris. If not, I've got it written in my notes here that I'm probably going to go Jamie's route, not with my missus because she would tell me to fuck off, but with one of my mates who's like into cards but not wrestling cards, kind of only knows wrestling from the Attitude Era, like, you know what I mean, early 2000s, just to see if I could get like a different perspective, or do you know what I mean, just different set of eyes rather than your normal wrestling fan. So kind of what Jamie's done there. So yeah, so I'm not doing very well here. Not actually got a partner yet.
That's right. There's still time. It's only the midweek one, isn't it? So
Yeah, that's it. So I think I could probably get a card and get it shipped in the 2 weeks. So hope.
Nice. Okay, so we'll all be UK based this time round then.
In terms
Well, no,
of partner, yeah, but in terms of
Yeah, it's my partner. Yeah,
card.
right,
Yeah, partner. Yeah. Yeah.
So nice. Okay,
Cool.
cool.
That's about it from my Nook this week.
Nice. All right, we'll go take a little trundle down the president's hole then. President, how's the hole?
It's moist. It's very moist. I mean, I could do like, I might as well, instead of putting this in purchases, I might as well just do the story now because it's something to talk about. I am now the 4-time world heavyweight champion of the card tricks world.
Belt giveaways.
Belt giveaways, the buyers giveaways. How the fuck has this happened? It's insane, right? I was actually downstairs tickling my boy when it happened because the
sounded
screen was
dodgy.
going. And we were on the floor having a tickle, and I had the phone next to us, and it was on, and the screen was going with the winner, and it just happened to be me again. So I was like, oh god. So it is funny because the only reason I really did it, I thought, well, twofold really. So one, my tag team partner Jamie had been saying to me that when we were getting to know each other about being the tag team partners and stuff like that, he said he's never won a belt giveaway, never come anywhere near it. He always enters it, never comes anywhere near it. And one of the reasons, obviously, he asked me because I seem to have the luck on it. Ironically, we've never won the tag team belts that we've entered. But when I won this belt, I instantly just gave it to him, which was lovely because it was Casper who was doing the show that day as well. So it was lovely to say, look, Casper, can you please gift it to Retro? And it was just, yet again, just a conduit. You know, it's all card tricks giving these belts away that makes everything possible. But it was just lovely to make someone else's evening, basically. And I did text him the next day going, oh, did you sleep well? Because I know when I won the first 2 belts, it was kind of like the adrenaline keeps you up a bit. And he was like, yeah, it took me a while, but I was looking at, because it was the Undisputed Championship belt that I won this time. And he was saying, I was looking at different plates to get for the sides of it. And I thought that was so cool, man. I thought that was really cool. So I think he was going to go for the Miz. He's a big fan of the Miz and Maurice.
He needs to link up with Brian Lyons.
Yeah. It's not many Miz. Not often you find Miz fans, is it?
No.
Really? So it's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, no, really cool. I'm so happy he's made up with it and finally got something that he's been trying to get for a long time now. So all cool, but it does mean, and I said the other half of this, I know I said, oh, I'm retired and stuff like that. But I thought, right, if my luck is in and I hit a world champion, because every belt has been a world championship belt, right? It has not been a mid-card belt. It's not been a tag team belt. It's been a world championship belt. I thought, well, if I do hit 4, then I've got to hit 5, haven't I? Because I've got to be 5 time. So I've got to do it. Like
You have to do it. You have to do it.
yeah. And this is the goal. Like, there's no other goal now for the rest of the year. Like 101s were last year. That's 101s was 2024, man. That was last year. I haven't hit 101 at all this year. Yeah, don't care, man.
cares?
It's all been about the belts. I've won 3 wrestling belts this year, and we're in February. I've won 3 wrestling belts in a month and a half, and one was last year. So if I can get another one, which is a world heavyweight championship before the end of this year, that's the goal now. That's
done.
the grail. So that what an achievement that would be, man. So just to be 5-time president 5-time, that'd be hilarious. So, but yeah, again, it's all thanks to Chris, Casper, and the team for making that happen, really. And I know that they deep down they really hate that I keep winning. I think everyone's like 50-50 on it now. I think people hate it because it is getting a bit cringe. But I think the other side, they actually do want me to do well.
Yeah,
they do want me to hit the 5 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you've done twice now, because you've done it with me as well. It's a baller move. It really is, and I don't think it goes unnoticed. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people see that and go, "Fuck." You've won 4 belts, but you've given 2 of them away, and that's technically, Dave. That's like 700-800 quid you've given away. Do you know what I mean? I know you don't think about it like that, but it's still a big baller move. So yeah, big respect to you.
I'd say it's not for anything outside of, it's. I knew that for me and Jamie to both have, because when
you just wanted to do your
you.
joke and prank me, and then you felt bad.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like,
it was worth it.
We did it, and I was just like, well, I am running out of room. I can't have more up here, really. And if I do win another belt, I'll probably end up giving up to Tommy or something.
Yeah.
But all depends. If it's a plain Jane belt, I'll give it to Tommy. If it's one of these funky belts that have got autographs.
I mean, the Mankind one they gave away the other day.
The hardcore one, yeah.
If I would
was
have
trying
won
to get that
if
one,
I would have
yeah.
won that, yeah. I saw you in the...
Trying to pick up those little spots, just trying to get in there. But what I would say, if I did win that, I would probably have given away the one that you gave me. Just because I wouldn't have felt right, or I would have given it back to you to give away, or do you know what I mean? It wouldn't feel right them winning a belt and being like, "Oh, I got one for free." Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's amazing when it happens. I'm obviously getting slightly numb to it now because it's happened far too many times. I know it's pissing people off deep down. It would piss me off. Some fucking guy who keeps winning every fucking time. It would pit that, and that's why I say it's pissing everyone off, because deep down I know it. Like, you know what I mean. But just bear with me for one more. That's all I ask.
He's done.
Because if I become the 5-time champ, that would be legendary, right? That would be the funniest thing that's happened. For me personally, that's the funniest thing I've done on the pod. So I'd love to do that. Maybe speaking to the creators of the Transformers the movie film was probably the funniest thing I've done. But this comes a close second. But yeah, it's really cool. I promise though, if I do win the 5th one, I won't try to get the Grand Slam, because that would be ridiculous. That I'd have to get all the mid-level belts, the tag team belts. I'm done after when I hit number 5. That's done.
It's finished.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'll walk away into the sunset. Happy.
Boom. So you've got, what about Liberators? You got any more Liberators on the go?
No. Nothing Liberator-wise at the minute. I haven't come up with anything yet. I've only got like 3 left, haven't I? So let me work on something.
Get them finished. Get them done.
Yes.
Cool. So if we get nothing else for the whole, Lloydie, we'll go through to
fill me up.
Purchases, Braz, rakes, and miss it rakes. Breaks, rakes.
Have you bought a rake?
Rakes. Purchases, breaks, rakes, razzes, and more. Lloydie, you're lined up first of all. Let's run through what you got. What have you been up to?
Well, other than winning my 4th belt, it's fucking insane. Not that much really. So wrestling wise, I got 2 things to noticeably talk about. So Card Tricks singles night. Card Tricks have their own singles channel now on Whatnot. So it's there's 2 main channels, and then there's the single channel. And this Card Tricks singles channel has very often single shows. They're my favourite, to be honest. I love a single show from Whatnot, to be honest. I always do. I love football ones. I love wrestling ones. I love it. And going on to Card Tricks' one, I really think that you get amazing cards for very, very cheap. And I will explain why. Because I got 2 cards. I got one which is kind of like... This is kind of a reversal world we're going into. But it's kind of like, if you think about it, mini Grail. Because, you know that I've got weird PCs, and I do it for comedy value, but also this is where my mind works. Like I've got a PC that's just basically print lines. Why not? Or defects or something like that. Very cool. I have a PC of Roman Reigns out of 37. So 37 out of 99, out of 49. So I've been trying to find them. They're really hard to find. Out like a specific serial number of the wrestler that you're trying to get, especially Roman Reigns, is very difficult. Anyway, to my delight, in Topps Chrome, you got an out of something of 37. So it's reverse. It's not 37 out of 99. It's 2 out of 37. On the steel cage parallel, right? They're numbered out of 37. So he had 2 of those for sale, and I was able to get 1. So I didn't actually go for the second one. I was debating whether or not to get both, but I just thought amazing. So that's going into the PC. I also got from the same singles night, I also got the Adam Copeland green. So I also collect green edge cards from WWE, as a lot of people know. And I was a bit hesitant on getting any green Cope cards or Adam Copeland cards from AEW. But on the same stream, there was a green cracked ice. Was it In the Ring, Chris?
Stepping into the ring.
Stepping into the ring. Stepping into Cope's ring. So I got that, and I got that for like £3 or something like that. It's like out of 99.
Great price. Really, really good
Cheap,
price.
man. So, and I got the steel cage actually for £37.
Well,
so it's 37.
Can I just interject? You know, you said about you were going to go for the other one, which was numbered 30 of 37. So I did bid on that, and I bid it up to £30. And because yours had sold for 37 and yours was 37, I just was like, I'm leaving it because it's just meant to be £30 because it was number 30. So I just left it. It was probably stupid. I probably should have bought it, but anyway.
But yeah, I mean, I did because I didn't know what to put on it, and I thought, right, I'll put 37 just for comedy value, and it hit like 35, and I was like, okay, where's this going to go now? And then when it hit 37, I was like, please, please
anyone
don't
had
me
bid
up higher.
that. Yeah, that's why I didn't bid.
And maybe that's why they hit 37. They just went fair play.
That's it. So that's what I did. I went, nope, that's it. It's at 30. That's it.
So, but I'm just so when Topps, that parallel was announced in Topps, and we knew it was out of 37. We talked about this, didn't we? We got to get it. I didn't think it was going to come up so quickly and easily as it did. So happy days. Outside of that, I went over to Bedford, which is not so far away from me, and last weekend, and there was a TCG shop over there, mostly Pokemon related, and looking through their binders, lots of things at PC. I could have spent a lot of money, but I found the Pikachu bit of it, and there was a Build-A-Bear workshop Pikachu that I've been chasing for ages in there. So
it's like one of the promos, isn't it? The stamped promo with Build-A-Bear.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. So it was in the promo, like the packaging, but it was all bent over, and I'm like, right.
If you're PC as well, then
exactly. So I cut it out of it.
Yeah.
And it's in like sleeve top loader, but it's for the PC, right?
Yeah.
Which fine. So that's all cool. I love that card. I need to put that in my PC. And yesterday, I actually did buy a football card. So this was John Duran. So in McKesson 1 of 1. So I got that for really cheap. Shout out DJen. It was on his stream. And so in McKesson he works as an artist for Topps, so he does like the cards, but what do they call them? art cards.
Yeah.
So he does that a lot. So basically, this is the football card with some kind of like writing on top of it.
It's like the Project 100 kind of cards, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks similar to them.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
That's the kind of look it's got.
Yeah. So it looks amazing. So I got it for like, I think it was like 18 quid. So really
Nice.
cool. So I love John Duran. He's a knobhead, but it was our knobhead. Well, that's the thing. We could have sold him to West Ham for half the price, but he made himself attractive enough for a team to come in and pay double the amount and him to be on life-changing wages. So, I liked him as a player. I think he's great. He's reminds me
bench for you.
Well, he just reminded me of an old-fashioned centre forward, like knocking them in from anywhere, like even like 30 yards out. You don't get that anymore. So, I miss him. He's off playing in the Saudi league and making lots of money, but hey,
Getting sent off.
yeah, he got sent off like
got sent off
last
the other
end of the game.
Yeah.
He didn't score that game either, did he? But he scored like 4 goals. He's played like 3 games, 4 goals, and he's got a red card to his name as well. So he's doing all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that team is mad as well. You got Mane, him,
Ronaldo.
and Ronaldo up front. Jesus,
Mad.
that is a scary thought. Like, the thing is that it's on DAZN, isn't it? The Saudi league, and I don't have DAZN, so maybe one day I'll get it and start watching it. But it's time.
The Super League.
Yeah, why not? That's it from me.
Nice. Chris, what about you? What have you been up to?
Sorry, just coughing. Yeah, quite a bit for me. So the main thing I went for last, I've been looking for a Jamie Hayter autograph. Not like a buy it now or anything, like a one to bid on. So there was a couple. One of them went for 85 quid, I think. The one I got was a bit cheaper, but it was the red rainbow from Allure 2022. Mm-hmm. Because obviously, as I've mentioned 7 or 8 times in past episodes, she's not in the newest Allure.
You hadn't mentioned it.
No, had I not mentioned that? Oh, okay. I can keep mentioning it if you want.
Okay, just in case.
So yeah, that was quite a nice pickup. Keeping it English, I grabbed a Soraya from the new Allure. She is in it. To 35, so it's the black and blue ones. So it's just like one of the base parallels. But got that from Dave Nagel on the CFP group. As always with Dave, I always find his pricing is always really spot on. So yeah, I appreciate him for the smooth transaction. And then Dave...
Before you move on from that, just a small interjection on there. Do you know the most frustrating thing in the world? Like, Dave Nagel, he tries so hard to get, like, in the CFP group, he puts on a sales night, and everyone puts up their cards, but nobody buys generally much. And the main reason being is because, like, you don't see many sales going on. But the main reason being is because everyone knows who each other PCs, and we try not to PC the same people.
Yeah.
Especially within that group, on how that group's kind of evolved over such a time. So when people are selling their cards, everyone's just like looking at each other going, well, you're the person who
Where's
PCs
Mike
that.
Frias for Damien Priest?
You know what I mean? You've got to, like, if you're doing that kind of sales, you have to really tailor it to the people who are in there to try to sell. And I hate that because that's not how we work. But ultimately, if you're putting the stuff that you PC up for sale and there's nobody else in that group that PCs that person, it's not gonna sell. So it's a tough one though, isn't it?
It is, yeah, I do get what you mean. But he did make one sale from your boy.
One sale.
Hey, at least somebody
done.
got something. There you go. But yeah, so Dave, you alluded to it earlier. Card Tricks have, as you said, started their own singles channel. So really, really cool. There's single shows upcoming, so you can bookmark those. They seem to usually happen on Sundays, which I think is a good day for a single show. I think that's the right day for it. But yeah, really, really good, as Dave kind of mentioned it already. But yeah, massive single show. I grabbed quite a lot. As I said, I was trying to get
Quite
that,
a lot. You were like a
kind of-
Hoover.
I was trying to get that Mankind belt, and a lot of it was resale stuff, so stuff that I'll just put on eBay or whatever. The ones I picked up, like for my own collection, was I picked up some Mariah Mays. I think I got like a green quartz to 99. Got a couple of glitter bomb swerves, and like those blasters, I've been really put off with just the pack odds. I don't think I'd ever buy one of them blasters, so I was just going to try and get my AEW PC guys in that. So that was both of the glitter bombs from Swerve, so the high series and the normal.
They're cheap,
then-
aren't they? I've seen them for like 25 quid.
But the blasters,
Yeah, for a little.
Yeah, so
it's
they're-
really cheap.
yeah, but you only get 20 cards.
Fair play.
It's not, it's not,
Yeah.
not great.
But I've never seen a blaster that price for 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. But I did see someone say they bought I think they said they bought 6 or 7 blasters, and I was like, you should have just bought one hobby box.
Just have done it,
You
yeah.
would have got better, yeah. But also in that single show, there was a Stone Cold card I needed. I needed it. It was 25. It was from the
need it.
National. I think it was the
Oh, yeah.
National a couple
Yeah.
of years ago, maybe, or last year. But I've got already a couple of the other parallels in my Stone Cold binder. So yeah, I picked
He's
up.
like looking over his shoulder in as he's walking.
Yes, yeah, and kind of. I think he's like laughing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it's 25, and it's like a Brazil parallel. It's like green and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I paid £24 for that. So again, that is a steal in my opinion. And then just sticking with card tricks in the sales chat. So they have a sales chat on WhatsApp, and I grabbed a gold to 10 Carl Anderson from Photogenic and an Undertaker Elite deck to 49. It's an orange hair color match because he's like the badass biker taker in it. So the orange matches the hair.
Nice.
And that was Big Chungus Jamie, one of the card tricks breakers. And yeah, really smooth transaction. Again, really easy to deal with. Turned up when he, straight away. So yeah, really, really easy. Last couple of things. Mr. Tops himself, Mr. Rock 101, also Danny Tancredi. I thought he needed some more money. So
I thought you were going to say you bought the 101 then. I was like, bloody hell.
yeah. No, God, no. No, I just grabbed a couple of his other Tops Chrome. So I got to 50 of the 1985. I got that was Bruno Sammartino. And then I got a women's division Becky Lynch to 150 that I'll probably resell. And then lastly, well, it was lastly, but I bought something off Jamie this evening. Lastly, a 2.5 Mean Gene. I mentioned this on the Tops Chrome special we did last week. So yeah, I got the 1985 insert to 5. Steal of the week, I'm going to say 26 quid.
Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
to 5.
Oh, good.
And then Jamie, I've just bought you one of your.
Done a deal ski.
Done a little deal with Jamie, so I got a Trish main event auto from Tops Chrome. So appreciate you for that, Jamie.
No worries at all.
That's my lot.
Boom. I mean, I've been a fairly busy boy, actually. I've been trying to pick up a few bits and pieces as one. I say busy, maybe not horrendously busy, but I'm definitely trying to churn through. So the In Your House die cuts, I'm trying to make a sort of closure on that and try and get those all complete. I've only got one more to pick up, which is Austin beating The Rock in the No Hole Barred match. So I'll do a bit of eBay browsing later on, but I've picked up all the other singles this week. So the last 8 ones, sort of 8 I needed, I've kind of picked those up, which is all good. So glad to get that closed out. And another thing I don't have to worry about collecting anymore, which is all good. When it comes to other bits and pieces, I've gone and picked up another one of those Royal Rumble promo cards that we saw floating around the other week. So I picked up the Cody Rhodes, the ones that were at the like the freebies they were giving away. So I've picked that one up, which is on the way.
Is it numbered?
This one is not numbered. No, I'm only going for the unnumbered just so I can at least try and get the set. Don't tempt me to go after the numbers as well, Chris. Jesus,
No, I just
don't need
wasn't
that.
sure if they were all numbered to like 399 or 299 or something, or if there was. I know there's some really low ones like 25 and stuff, but no.
Yeah, I had the J turn up obviously in my American bundle, and the J is unnumbered. So yeah,
Okay,
I'm just
there
going to
it
go
is.
after the unnumbered pretty much. So,
Oh yeah, definitely good shout.
so yeah, I'm going to go and pick up that, which is all good. Picked up the Terry Funk undercard to 99, so grabbed that one again. I paid $4.99 for that, and I thought actually that ain't too bad for that. So the old Terry Funk Prism set is coming down quite nicely. Picked up a main features gold Cody Rhodes off Comsey to take another one down for the AEW 2021. And you boys know I love a lenticular. I've picked up the Kodak motion oversized postcards. So I've had the Undertaker for a long time, but I've now just picked up the other three, so the Austin, Rock, and Mankind. So closed them out. So I've now got all the Kodak lenticulars. So yeah, happy with that.
Well, there you go. Busy
yeah,
week
all
for
done.
Jamie.
Busy week for me. Yeah, picking up a few bits and pieces.
Yeah. Good on you, man.
That's
Nice. Yeah, that's it. So anything else to add, boys? If not, we'll go for a little break. So
What are you laughing at?
it's just a massive pause. Just made me laugh.
Just Okay, we'll go on now.
we'll go on the break. Fine. So I want to know, what are your favourite things that you own in kind of your little collections of stuff and things that you have that are not card based? So what are your favourite non-card based things? Just want a little bit of a conversation. The reason I thought that this was, I saw in the WhatsApp chat yesterday, someone asked about what their favourite wrestling figures were, and not that it was everyone's cup of tea, but what did people think of figures? And I thought, we all collect other things other than cards, so what's your favourite piece?
Who are you going with, Jamie, first?
It don't matter to me. You boys, if you got something in mind.
Go on, Chris, because you've got one of 70 million.
Collect everything. I literally, if you think of it, you know what I mean? If you say something, I probably like, especially wrestling merch wise, magazines. I've got millions of magazines. Video games. Do you know what I mean? I've got like nearly every wrestling video game. I'm probably like 80%. Some of my most favorite things, I guess, is Funko Pops. I stopped collecting wrestling figures maybe 2019, 2020, maybe 2020 actually, and started. I'd been collecting Funko Pops anyway, but I like solely focused on Funko Pops. Jamie, you've seen, but I've got an insane amount of them.
A lot of Funkos.
Yeah, and it's one of them where I'm like, I probably I don't display 95% of them, and I probably should sell while Funko Pops still have some kind of value before they become the new Beanie Babies. But yeah, it'd be a hard one for me. I think I'd struggle selling it. But yeah, but I think go on. No.
So what's your favourite Funko out of all of them you've got? Have you got one that you think is just like creme de la creme?
It might be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I kind of
really?
probably get him. Yeah, he's so good. He's not too far.
Oh,
He's just leaning over, viewers, listeners. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
nice, with a headpiece on, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the whole dragon get up on. So yeah, probably that one. That's one of my faves. But yeah.
Nice Funko Pops. Lloydie, what about
Funko
you?
Pops.
What are your favourite thing you own that's not card based?
Well, it's kind of on card. So obviously, I've got quite a big collection of art that I collected from 2016 to 2020, and yeah, so basically characters from Marvel, mostly. So yes, I started that off. I was supposed to do this on a CFP special, but Johnny never got round to it. So thank you, John. But yeah, so I collect. I used to collect. It's called really chasing ink. So I used to like commission a lot of artwork or buy a lot of artwork from current and past artists for Marvel. So
Okay.
it cost a lot of time and money to do such a thing. But it was great. I loved it. I loved doing it. So I've always been an avid reader of comics. Like, it's quite funny actually. Like, my wife is a very stereotypical. I used to read the Beano and I used to read the Dandy growing up, which is like comic strips in the UK. But I never, like, that was not for me. I hated that kind of stuff.
No way.
And I always leaned into like, because my dad used to do a lot of boot sales and stuff like that. So there was always mainly DC, to be honest. A lot of Green Lantern. My brother was a big fan of 2000 AD, Judge Dredd and stuff like that. So there was a lot of that around the house growing up. But I broke into comics really at the death of comics. So like the death of Superman was generally when I started reading them in 92, 93 time properly. Pre-teen, basically. And yeah, my love from that has just gone on and on. And I'm a big Spider-Man fan, always have been. Big Venom fan. Big Green Lantern fan. I like Batman as well. So I've got lots of... But when I got to like 2016, there was a comic that I felt like my first Spider-Man comic. I wanted a Spider-Man drawn from the artist, and the artist is called Rich Buckler. He's now passed. Very sad, but I was able to get that. It was actually quite a bad experience because I think he was ill and it didn't go well. But it didn't deter me. I got some other bits and pieces. I got a really nice like pop art Star-Lord from the Marvel cinema world.
Yeah.
From a very famous cover artist called Francesco Francavilla. And anyone who knows Marvel, comics really knows Francavilla, and that piece alone is worth a lot of money these days. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start buying a few more, and it just lasted for years, basically. There was one artist, I chased. There's no point in me telling you his name, but there's one artist I chased from South Africa, and I asked him every year for 4 years if he's available for commission work. And 3 years, no, sorry, I'm busy. No, sorry, I'm busy. No, sorry, I'm busy. And on the 4th year, I went to him. I said, I've chased you every year for 3 years. And if you're busy, you're busy. It's fine. And I'm not going to stop. I'll come back next year. And he was like, no, I'll make time for you now. Let's do this. And he did.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Yeah. So really, in my collection of stuff, he drew me a nice Beast and Wonder Man, basically. I think I've got quite a lot, like, of the prelims and stuff like that. I'll put them out on the channel after this, in WhatsApp, on the Cartrix channel after this drops, basically, just to show you what I'm talking about. But that meant the world to me because he actually did do it eventually. You know what I mean? Like, this guy, it felt like every year I was coming to him and he answered me every year saying, sorry, mate, I'm busy. And he was drawing comics at the time. You know what I mean? It was just, I had a conduit into him, and which you used to be able, I don't know if you can now, but I found so many avenues to talk to these artists. And it was just like, okay, like, I'm buying if you're drawing and stuff like that, it'd be great. And it was really cool. I had art dealers and stuff like that, man. It was insane.
Let me just call my art dealer.
It was really strange, like having like people like coming to me going, I've got this coming out, like would you be interested and stuff like that. That was really cool, to be honest, back in the day. But it's funny because I have I would say like the card shop I know in Bedford. There's one in Bedford, and there's one in Northampton. They're owned by brothers. but the one in Northampton, they're mad. They're both mad. But yeah, I think you've got to be mad to own
That's part of it,
a
isn't it?
shop. Yeah, you know what I mean, in a good way. But he did actually set up a gallery basically for art, and
Oh, really?
there is at least one piece in my collection that I will probably, if they're interested, I'll probably donate to them at some point. But I don't know. It's sitting around, not doing much. I'd never mount it and put it on walls or anything like that. I'd have to put it in like UV protected frames and stuff like that, and
Get it in a mag.
crap. Yeah.
Giant mag.
So, I don't know. At some point, I'd probably get it. Like, I don't know. I might get it sold. I've got a lot of work from Ryan Stegman. He did a lot of work from Spider-Man and stuff like that, and it's, you know, like every piece is worth a good couple £100. You know what I mean? So
Things to hold on to.
it's definitely things to hold on to. Some will go up, some will depreciate. I mean, I've got the first Gwenum, right? I've got the first, you know, from Robbie Rodriguez. I got him to draw me the first Gwen Stacy Venom that he ever drew. So, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, that's a lot of money, really. It is. So, yeah, it's really cool. It is really cool, and thanks for the memories. But to be honest, the reason like that it's really cool having that kind of thing is because I wouldn't have probably transitioned to wrestling cards from it. To be honest, I got to the end of my journey with that. I just didn't want to go any further down that rabbit hole.
You got all you wanted.
Yeah, I'd achieved everything. I've talked to so many people. I mean, after I met Frank Miller, I was kind of like, it doesn't get better than that. Frank Miller, if nobody knows, is kind of like the writer of the Bible for me. You know what I mean? So he did go a bit crazy after he lost a friend in the World Trade Center stuff. But other than that, he's been amazing. But really cool, really enjoyable. But yeah, it's led me to this. And obviously, if it's not cards in my possession, it'd be that as or my house.
Favorite things you own.
Favorite things
House,
I own.
house.
My house. Yes.
My
Yeah,
house.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's
That
fair.
stores my stuff.
Yeah.
I do obviously have this as well, which is pretty cool. I'm showing everyone. It's a Donnie from the Turtles Fuggler that my missus bought me recently. For
Nice.
The
And
best
it's-
style.
It's like a towel, so it's
Yeah,
just,
funny material, isn't they?
Material.
yeah, it's very cuddly. So yeah, it's quite funny. See, he was my first when I got a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle, not Ninja Hero Turtle. Donnie was my first turtle.
Really?
What was
He
your?
was my favourite.
Did you ever get the original series? Were you guys too young for it?
Turtles was one of the first things I really got into. I had everything.
Oh no,
I didn't have the blimp. I never had the blimp.
But do you remember the first one you got?
Donatello.
Was it Donnie?
Yeah, mine was Donatello as well, yeah.
No shit. There you
Yeah.
go. That's why we attract
We're
each
connected.
other. There you go.
It's usually the least popular as well, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah.
The smart.
I don't know. It was like I did like Leonardo as well, but
Right.
I think more so I'm Raph these days with my
What your
attitude in
attitude?
life. With my attitude in life. Yeah, Donnie just seemed to be the nice, you know, with this big stick.
Big stick.
Just a
Big
great big
stick.
stick basher bill.
Yeah, why not? Go on, Jamie.
Jamie.
I mean, mine's kind of artworky as well. I'm a bit of a stickler for kind of like memories and picking up things from. So like war games. Although we didn't have when I went to war games, I didn't have like a chair where I could take the chair home. I'd actually go on eBay and buy the chair and stuff like that. So things where I've been to the event, I always try and like pick something up for it. But I went through a phase of getting giant movie posters from actual arenas or cinemas But the issue I've got is they never gone anywhere. But I love having them. So I've got like the first night that Age of Ultron was at the IMAX in London. I then contacted the IMAX and got one of the big 6 foot by 4 foot posters outside the front. And they kind of said, "Oh, we have to come pick it up." So we got that because our first midnight release. When Sting was supposed to be on his last TNA tour, which didn't obviously be his last TNA tour, I asked the Nottingham Arena obviously for one of the arena posters, and actually got Sting to sign it at a later date. So like these kind of things, like quite significant things that I was at, I've kind of got those posters. But a bit like you, Lloydie, like I've got nowhere really to put them, so they just kind of sit rolled up. I would love to have the space to put these things up one day, you know. I was obviously quite big on El Ligero back in the day, and I got a piece of art commissioned of like the Ligero mask, and they got it signed. But obviously that's a bit of a sore subject now. But it's those kind of things. It's like things that was quite important to me at that time. It was quite nice to kind of get these
bit of
posters.
artwork of Jimmy Savile, bit of Rolf Harris.
Well, I didn't go that far, but you know, it's just you do wonder like some of this stuff. You think, oh, that's really cool, but yeah, but I've kind of got like these big movie posters that they don't go anywhere, but I do love them. I think they're outside of my cards, like they're my favourite things that I have in my collection, really.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I said that. Talk about Rolf Harris. I said to my missus the other day, I was like, "What happens if you had a bit of artwork from Rolf Harris? Would you actually have it up in your house?"
It'd be worth nothing now, would it? At all?
Well, the missus was like, "Yeah, I probably would." You know what I mean? Because you know, it's it'd be quite a legendary like thing to have up, and it's could be good artwork. You know what I mean? And I was just like, "Yeah, but you couldn't have it up on your wall, could you?"
Was Rolf Harris really good artwork though? I don't think he was a particularly good artist, really, was he?
I think he wasn't he?
I thought he was good at.
He's very cartoony, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he used to draw with, like. But I think he was an actual artist as well.
And was he?
I don't think he just drew kangaroos.
I think what you
The big eyes.
I think what
The original kangaroo fucker.
you were alluding to is like what he used to teach on TV was more like. Shit.
Well, that's what yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No, just
But no, I wouldn't because just no.
No,
Peter.
No.
I wouldn't. I was just like, well, like, would you care if it was off the wall you didn't know who it was from, and then you found out, you'd be like,
would you do now?
I'd question why you've got it on your wall.
Yeah, I would
You
really
might
like.
not know. You might not know.
You might
just
be
like,
oblivious.
you might have just bought it from like a shop or something like that. And
Imagine finding it out. Oh, God.
you know what I mean? Be like, I would love that photo painting as well, man.
Go down to Antiques Roadshow and get told all about it. Oh God.
Always found it funny that the one, like, you remember the artist, that Bob Ross? He was,
I was going to say, yeah, Bob Ross, yeah.
but like, you can never find any of his artwork for sale.
No.
Because it's owned by his daughter. Like,
I
the
know.
estate owns all of his artwork, and it's never seen the light of day. I found that a real shame.
I do too. I quite like Bob Ross. I actually collect some of the Bob Ross trading cards that they've released over the years.
That's really cool.
There's some of the
Yeah.
figures I bought. I've got a little figure of him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's,
the
it's a massive shame, really.
it is a massive shame because, like I say, he must have painted thousands over the years.
Oh.
But yeah, they quite like the little trading cards. They're nice little happy little trees.
That's a conspiracy theory for you as well. They think he's a serial killer, don't they?
It's where the bodies are,
It's
isn't
where
it?
the bodies are. They keep drawing the same place where the bodies are.
Down the little path.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But yeah. His TV show was really good, though. I mean, we're digressing, but fuck it.
It's on
What
loads.
this is
On,
about, yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what it's
exactly.
about. But yeah,
it's on
Bob
telly
Ross,
loads now, though, isn't it? It's been
Yeah.
remastered and all sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my
It's what
mates
COVID brought.
used to love. Well, I used to live with my mates, and we used to love getting high and then watching fucking Bob Ross. Like, literally, just get stoned and then watch it. Amazing.
The paintbrush on the table.
So calming, yeah. Really calming.
Oh,
Oh, there is something I didn't mention in the purchases, actually, but there is something I do need to do, and I might.
Is it
So
Bob
this
Ross
is-
related?
No, it's not Bob Ross related, but it's buying something for the PC before, but it is card related, so it's not really on topic to this. But I do need to get, with all the celebrity deaths that have been happening of late, I do need to purchase one card before potentially it happens.
You're not gonna-
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh.
I'd love a Dick Van Dyke autograph, and I've got a feeling
He's really old, isn't he?
You know what I mean?
He's-
and I do have a feeling when he does go, the prices will go up, and then I won't buy. So
yeah.
I will have to have a decision to make soon, I think.
I think if you may jinx yourself, I think you just need to crack on and grab it, Lloyd. I think sooner rather than later.
I think it's bothering me. I was just saying on the dinner table today with all the celebrity deaths recently, I was like, it's going to be a sad day when we lose Dick, and then and I'll be like, oh shit, I should have bought his card when it was a reasonable price. So that's one of my favourite memories, watching Diagnosis Murder growing up. I used to love that. I was at university, always used to come back for Diagnosis Murder.
Rush your way back.
Cool.
This. It's like, you going to the pub? No, Diagnosis Murder's on in about 10 minutes. I've got to get back.
Father Brown.
I loved it, man.
Oh
I
dear.
loved it. Yeah. Anyway, cool.
Okay, should we park the coffee break then? I think we've been well over our coffee break time this time. Should we take a quick pause from Card Tricks? Why not consider joining up and becoming a Card Tricks Elite member? For just £10 a month, you will get exclusive codes for each break. You'll be invited to join a completely free break, and there's an exclusive massive giveaway every single month for Elite members. So why not sign up now? Boom, so there we are into the final part of episode 70 of the Squared Circle Reddit's pod. It is time for our Top Slam Jam. And my God, have Top Slam been pumping out sets over the last few weeks.
Still doing today.
Honestly,
Today.
there is so much Top Slam on its way and coming on and on. So I have tried to put it in kind of release order. If I've missed anything, then you boys can pick me up. But let's start things off with one of the biggest sets of the week, which is going to be quite a good talking point. And that is Vitality. Loads of love for Vitality. Have you boys been picking this up, or what have you been thinking of Vitality?
Yeah, I loved it. I think it was great. I like the designs of it. It's very similar to certain designs they did last time around with it. They just looked a lot better. It's just the killer for me. It's just time and time again they're releasing these sets. There's no cap on the legendaries. The legendaries are going into the 200s odd, and it's such a hard, like, if I'm buying like those crystals to get this, like, to get more of the set, like to get those legendaries, to have them going into 200, they're not really worth anything. So not really. I mean, I know that in the grand scheme of things, 200 people having the same card is actually quite, like, there's quite a lot of people on the app. There will be over time, but generally they're not worth anything. It's only when you get to like 25 and below that people start going, oh, those are quite low numbered. So, bit of a rough one, really. I like the designs, but without the caps on the legendaries, it just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth.
I do think some of the like colouring on the art on some of these cards are really nice as well, like the Jade Cargills with the gold, and like the Batista in his like black shirt and like the black outline. There are some really nice cards in the Vitality stuff. I haven't put many crystals into it really. I've kind of picked up a few bits here and there, but Vitality is obviously lots of love, and people are going mad. Some of the relics on there, as we know, Slam always has good kind of relic type style patches, don't they? So Vitality is one that's been going very well.
I got the legendaries on that. I did get a Tiff, and I got an Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, nice.
Which was quite good. Like, I didn't buy that many crystals for it, to be honest. I just bought like 2 packs worth and got 2 legendaries out of 2 packs, which is a really good, like, 2 bundles of packs. That's a really, really good investment normally, you know what I mean, to get 2 legendaries out of 2 purchases. So there was other people that did that and got nothing. So happy days. Really nice cards. Chris, did you go in for it at all?
I've bought a few packs, but I'm still yet to buy any diamonds or spend any actual money on Slam. I don't think that I ever will, to be honest. I got 1,000 free diamonds from doing the crafting stuff, so I've got some there still, but Yeah, really nice. I would love something like this, physical, like this kind of design. I think it's really out there, and yeah, really cool.
Nice. And then really another one that kind of has done quite well and people have been going heavy into this is the Penta release. So you've got the different parallels. So you've got the base Penta and you've got like red, purple, blues. Just a nice
So this
mix.
one came out before Vitality.
Yes,
Just before. Because there was a Penta card in Vitality as well, which is really cool. But this Penta set was like the first Penta set, right?
Yeah.
This was like the first one he was in. So yeah, really cool.
I want to just ask the question because I don't know if I've misunderstood this, but obviously you've got the ability again with coins and diamonds. I have opened so many packs of this just with coins, and I have only got one base from it, and I've been ripping so much. And I do wonder, are the other parallels even available in the coin, or is it only in the diamonds?
Which one did you get?
I just got the
just
silver.
the uncommon silver. That's all I got
Yeah.
as well. You can't really see, can you? But yeah,
So I
just
don't know
the
if-
silver one. That
don't
might
know
have
if
been
it's-
just it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the parallels are in the diamonds. So I don't know, if you boys knew that or not. But my entire daily coins every day has been doing nothing but Penta pack. So I've got nothing else. So
I didn't actually buy any of them outside of like a couple of. I didn't get anything generally out of the coin packs, but I just traded, and I've got I got the full set via trading.
nice.
So happy days.
I think that's what I'm going to be trying to do as well, is just do some trading for it. I've got a couple of kind of legendaries that I don't really want as such, so I'm trying to entice people, but no one's quite accepting them as of yet. So
The thing is, I don't like the legendary is like 487. It's like the lowest legendary I own, like card count wise. Global count has changed now, but it's like an orange. It's okay. It's for a card. It's nice. I think it's actually my favorite design card that they've done so far. But the gold, the iconic gold, which is now on 1,537. Oh god, it's horrific. But that gold Penta is
It's nice, isn't it?
so nice.
Yeah.
It really is. I love it. So yeah, there was, when those numbers are so high on the card count that a card's done well, and it's the biggest one I've seen so far. So there you go.
people are loving it. I think everyone's well into trying to get those. So, Penta, the one of the bigger releases of the week. We've had 2 lots of portraits come out. So we did see the introduction of the new Tier 7 Emerald base, which you can only get within the portrait pack. So we had the first one release of Taker. So there's the option of 3 cards there. So you had like the base and the parallels and obviously the auto chances and things like that. And we then had dropped earlier this week, we had the EO Sky portraits, so for kind of your second portrait card with the same Tier 7 cards. I've as of yet really had a chance to. I've not paid to buy any of these as such, and I haven't got any Tier 7 Emeralds as of yet. I don't know if you boys have gone in for any of these portrait cards, but yeah, I haven't picked up any of these yet.
No.
I got both the base.
Okay, nice.
I was trying to look. I've got a couple of the. I must have gone for some of them because I've got a couple of the greens, and if I'm looking now, they're around about 648. I've got a Stone Cold card count. It's like 648. So they've been selling quite well.
Yeah, I think
they're quite high. They're quite high.
I think as well. I think people obviously they're trying to pick up the whole sets, aren't they, as they go through really. But I haven't put it on the notes, but obviously they've now capped the orange bases now, so all of them now reach that maximum 2025.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so that's interesting to note that when you look at those, they're down to this emerald.
Oh, yeah, okay. So some are 2025 and some are 2024.
4, yeah. Oh, well, okay, fine.
So no, you are right. So I'm like looking at them, the majority. But like, I've got a Mishin and an Eric Rowan that are both 2024 for some reason. Work that one out.
That's strange. But
like what?
I was surprised to see them suddenly jump so high because I know obviously they were available, but they were nowhere near like the 2024. But yeah, it seems though that they're totally all capped out now. So they must have had a big splurge on the last day. So moving through other things we've had. So main events, of course, are this new weekly 5 card sets you get each week. So we started things off with the Judgment Day, and then we've worked our way through with Money Inc., DX, and the NWO. So I don't think we captured any of these from the last episode. We've kind of crossed over, but these have been fairly good to kind of pick up. You're going to get the common within a few packs of the coins, and then if you're lucky, you're getting the doubles with the rare and the common. But again, I think most people have generally done not too bad on this. I think I've missed a few of the rares as we've gone on, but have you boys been going after any in particular, or have you just been seeing each day what you get?
I've done all of them so far. So I'm missing. So for the first one was the White Six. I'm missing, I think, 2 of the motion, the rarer ones. So I do need to pick them up via trades. But yeah, I've gone for trying to get both of them each day, like the rare and the uncommon. Fuck me, it frustrates me to no end because I'm not putting actual money into it. 100,000 coins to get fucking Eric Bischoff.
Tell me about it.
13 base cards.
Trev had the same problem with that as well.
But then the next day, so Hogan today, like Dave said,
First
I think
pack.
before, first pack, first 2 cards. And I'm like, thank you. I needed that.
It's mental, isn't it?
It really is. And it really is getting on my tits quite often. So
I have the same conversation with Trav every day. Basically, we let each other know how many packs it takes.
Yeah.
Like he
same with
struggled.
Tommy.
Yeah, he struggled with the Hogan today. I think he had to get 10 base Hogan cards to get the one rare.
Well, yeah. So I got 13 Bischoff yesterday.
Yeah, I got one normal, like the common Hogan, uncommon. I think they are Hogan card, and the rare. So I was very lucky. And then today they released the throwback card for Bianca. I don't know if that's like spoilers, if it's on Jamie's in your notes. But it took me 8 of the uncommon cards. I've got 8 of those to get the rare, and it just seemed to go on forever. I was just like ripping through packs going, what is happening
more and more
right now?
annoyed, yeah.
So you either hit really easily or it takes forever, basically. So
Bianca I did really easy as well, yeah.
So I haven't done the main events for today as of yet, or any of the throwbacks. So after this, I'll go through and have a bit of a clean up. But again, if you want to get hold of those, obviously you do get the awards, and people are mostly, if you've got dupes and stuff, like people will help each other out with trades for things. And so do keep an eye on the WhatsApp Slam chat and put your ask and if you need anything for those main events. We've had a Ascendery as well drop this week. So we've had a Cody Rhodes come through. I think that's the only one at the moment that I've seen come around. Have you guys got any of these Ascendery ones?
I did put some diamonds into this to see what would happen, and I got just rares. I'm fuming, to be honest. So I'm just like, what's the point? Like, I know like the pack odds of like trying to hit like the legendary was like 1%. So, which is like, I'm moaning about like how rare they need to be in ETC, fine. But not even hitting the icon, that was just a bit like iconic. I was just a bit pissed off, to be honest, about it. But I was just thinking, like, I only really, like, I didn't even get the lenticular, the tilt one as well. I kind of wanted the tilt one. But I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself? I don't even like Cody that much, to be honest. So I definitely just want to concentrate on the people that I like. But the people I like, they're not in the set, generally. So Dolph, Omos, you know, these are the people I PC. Or Becky now. I'm Becky Super Collector.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to lean into her a bit more, really, haven't I? But yeah, it's just a bit frustrating at the minute.
So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the premium one. So obviously that's really a diamonds one, isn't it? More than anything. But people have been talking on. Yeah, I haven't bought the Iceberg, but people on Instagram have been kind of saying that they're a bit unhappy with the amount of diamond exclusive stuff. But that's always been part of it anyway. So
That's how they make their money.
Yeah, they have to ultimately. You know, the app isn't going to be running free. So, and then just kind of the lesser bits and pieces we've seen come through. So we've had stickers. We've had week 1 and week 2 of stickers come round. This is a bit like the top stickers we had a few years ago here that come in one of the card sets. It's like a bit
Heritage,
of a heritage, like a cutout sticker type thing, isn't it?
I've gone ham on these.
Have you really?
Yeah. I've
So have you done with these?
nearly completed the base set and then got a couple of the rarer ones, but I'm just trying to do base sets for most of it.
That's
They are
cool.
really cool. They're
Get the
really, they are really
achievements.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. See, we've had the stickers come through, so again, wait for those to come through as a bit more of a weekly thing as they go along. As Laurie said, we've had throwbacks and editor's choice. So we had a Kane last week, going back to 2003 Kane. We've had Cora Jade as well, and then obviously the throwbacks we've had come through as well. So
Took me ages
is
to get
awesome.
that bloody Kane rare as well. So the throwbacks don't like me. They really I really have trouble with them for some reason.
I didn't get the Bray Wyatt, but the Kane come through in a Magic double pack, so I was quite happy with that when that come through. But I had nothing for the Cora Jade, so it just does show you, doesn't it, like how it goes sometimes. And then the final two ones are you kind of your normal event roster type stuff. So we've had Vengeance Day last week, and then we've got Elimination Chamber this week. So yeah,
It's been a
It's
good
really
episode for you this year.
oh mate,
This year.
it's definitely.
This year.
It's already
been a
gone
good
9 o'clock.
episode.
I'm ready for bed, I'll tell you. So Vengeance Day and Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
So again, they're your kind of normal sets. So if you're into trying to get those, you can still pick those up for the rest of the week, and that's all the top slam that I can remember. If there's more, boys, let me know. But that was
Prediction
last suffering.
packs came out.
Predictions, yeah.
Prediction packs came out today. So basically, but the thing is, once you pick it, basically, you get a card which is from the 100 base set.
Yeah.
But like correct predictions for single matches are awarded 25,000 coins. Correct predictions for tag team matches are rewarded 50,000 coins. All coins will be given out the Monday after Elimination Chamber. So you had Sammy.
Bit of a givey.
Yeah, so you had Sammy and Kevin Owens as you select either one of those, and the women's tag team match, like Team Tiffy versus Team Nia, as the ones to vote on them. So that's that. I think there'll be other matches tomorrow to pick on, I'd imagine, as well.
You'd hope so, yeah.
Yeah. So you could be in for a boost in coins if you get your selection right, basically.
And don't be an idiot like me and just start clicking random shit, because I accidentally clicked Sami Zayn just because I was clicking stuff.
I think
know
I
though,
actually,
mate.
I think I did actually click Sammy, and I'm like, and I had the same thing as you. I was like, but
I
redemption arc wise, what's the point of giving
yeah,
KO the?
doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
And I always go against Sammy, and he always wins stuff. So actually, I think that my mistake may pay off.
I think you might be right. I think Sammy might be in for a shout there. So
But why the fuck are they doing that match again? Like,
Oh yeah,
like, are they hoping that people have forgotten, like, all of the fights, like the back and forth that they've had, and it's like, oh, we can do this again? I don't know. Really strange at the minute with that.
it always makes me laugh that everyone always then puts these clips up of them doing their Ring of Honor death matches. Like, oh, he's going to do these spots. They're never going to do those spots. Like, they're never going to happen. But yeah, so we'll do a quick closing then. So just quick Elimination Chamber predictions really quickly then. So the men's and women's, what do you reckon?
Get the list out.
you put us
So
on
we've
the
got-
spot here, mate.
Oh, sorry, I didn't spit in. Well, let's do the plugs and goodbyes first of all then. So we'll run through that and then we'll do a quick Elimination Chamber while we get the bits and pieces up. So if you want to find all the details of Squared Circle Relics podcast, you can find us over on Instagram, where it's Squared Circle Relics Pod. And if you want to come join the Card Tricks WhatsApp community, you can find a link in their bio. Come join the chat. There's loads of different rooms in there, including the breaks chat, sales. There's a slam chat where you can put trades and try and do deals in there. Trying to obviously do things with Forge and much, much more in there, to do check that out. There's a gaming chat, there's the raffles, and of course we've got our own Squared Circle Relics chat in there, as already mentioned earlier. Tend to do Wrestling Card Wednesday in there and kind of just chat things that we've kind of been involved with throughout the week. So do come along and do check that out. As always, if you haven't bought from Card Tricks before, do find them on Whatnot. If you use the code SCR2025, you'll get 50% off your first purchase, and that's up to £50 discount. So you can grab yourself a real good deal if you've not bought from them before. And again, if you want to find me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm at Jamie Stocker on Insta.
Go on, Chris.
Cool. So find me on Instagram, running our Squared Circle Relics podcast Insta, or posting on my own one. So I'm posting every kind of week or two, week and a half of stuff, of literally everything that's been sold on eBay. So you might see some of Dave's cards, you might see some of Jamie's cards, you might see some of mine. But it is everything. So from cards to games, Funko Pops, Care Bear Funko Pop the other day. Someone did question me, why have you got a Care Bears Funko Pop? And it was a chase. I never leave a chase behind. I'll always buy the chase pop. If I see it at retail, you have to. So YouTube, Cambridge trading cards on YouTube. I've had all 3 of my Topps Chrome hobby box videos go up now. Let's get a bit serious here for a sec. So I will just say, if you go onto my videos and leave unnecessary negative comments, I will hide your comment, and I will call you out publicly, either here on the podcast, or maybe on Instagram, maybe on Facebook, who knows. So if you are First City Records, and the bio reads, brick and mortar record store located at 166 Front Street in beautiful downtown Marietta, Ohio, then go fuck yourself. You're lucky putting your address out there that I don't turn up and give you a slap as well. So yeah, just coming onto my channel and just leaving like shitty comments. Why? I would fucking do something better with your day. Yeah, fuck off. You've got fucking 200 Instagram followers and 300 YouTube followers. It's literally, yeah, eat shit.
Eat shit.
Eat shit. And you think that I won't fly to Ohio? You think wrong. I could easily do that. Anyway.
I won't. I'm happy here.
Good, that's fine.
I said Trav.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
He is, yeah, there you go. But yeah, I've never understood that. As you guys know, I don't try to be a negative person like in the hobby, so yeah, I don't appreciate it coming back at myself either.
No,
anyway,
people, isn't they?
People are arseholes. But yeah, nothing really new coming up on my YouTube. And although I'm saying this here, it obviously affects me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't like reading it. So yeah, I'm just having a little break from YouTube, I think, for a few weeks, and hoping my NXT stuff turns up soon.
NXT.
So yeah, there you go.
I've got relatively numb from people's opinions recently after Donald Trump coming back into the White House. It's just
cold.
It's just everyone's got an opinion.
Keep it to yourselves. Like
everyone's got, in my view, the wrong opinion recently. So it's just like, just whatever, man. Just cool. Anyway, D_Lloydyboy on Insta. Nobody cares. It's fine. CSR pod on X. SCR. Fuck's sake.
Customer services.
I got Jamie syndrome. I got Jamie syndrome. We should have closed that down years ago, man. We're still there though, but everything's via Insta.
Nobody loves us.
Nobody loves us. Everything's via Insta these days anyway, right? So cool.
Cool.
That's it. So let's do the predictions then.
So quick fire then. No thoughts on it, just pick a name. So the men's chamber, we have Cena, Punk, McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth freaking Rollins.
Cena.
Seth.
Punk.
Is anyone writing these down?
I literally only did Seth
these?
because I thought Punk was going to be one of our options, but I just don't know anymore. I don't know.
We'll wait and see. Wait and see. Women's chamber, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez.
Go on, Chris.
My heart says Roxanne Perez, but my head says Alexa Bliss.
Bianca.
I'm also going to say Bianca as well. So we'll wait and see what happens for there. I do wonder if they're going to be, because obviously they lost the tag belts, haven't they, and stuff like that now, and maybe a Jay Cargill thing coming in here. So yeah,
well, that's the
Bianca
thing.
definitely.
Like Jay Cargill running at Mania, costing her the match. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
I think there's going to be a bit of a Shawn Michaels HBK thing, but it turns out it was one of them who put Jade out. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tag team title, tag team match. Tiffany Stratton and Trish versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Tiff and Trish.
Tiff, yeah. I think it's a clean sweep in Toronto there, isn't it? And then, as we mentioned, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You two have wrongly put
Sami.
Sami Zayn.
Sammy now.
So let's go with clean sweep. I'll say Sami Zayn as well. So 4-match card. I think that's all we're going to get pretty much. Chambers are always long, aren't they? So, yeah, as always, I guess you can catch it on the Card Tricks breaks this Sunday. So, yeah, happy days.
Saturday night. Saturday night into Sunday morning. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they'll do a replay, though, at some point on Sunday night.
Oh, you mean like not on Whatnot?
No, not on Whatnot.
To be topical. To be topical. They definitely won't show me on Whatnot.
Boys. Right, should we go home and we'll see each other in a couple of weeks. See you later, boys.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
I am now re-recording the Fuck John Cena because Jamie stopped it so early. We don't actually know if the Fuck John Cena is actually in the end of the recording. So, without further ado, fuck